On today's episode of What Happened? No. On today's episode of Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote. My portfolio is dead. My portfolio getting wrecked. All right, so today's episode of Murder, She Wrote. What the heck is going on, right? What happened today? Well, let's go ahead and sum it all up. First off, we actually got good news today. I know everybody thinks that this is the doom and gloom channel, the bear channel, but no, it actually isn't. This is actually the truth teller channel. This is the tell the truth based on what we're seeing, right? Because there's no agenda over here, you know. So what happened was we actually got some fantastic news. The jobs report came out good. And that is a good sign that the labor market is still going strong, which is cool. U.S. made payrolls increased to 390,000 over the estimate of 317. Unemployment rate is still below 4%, which is also very strong. Wage growth is up 5.2%. But wait a minute. So if the jobs report was good, right, why is the market down? Well, it's because in this market, you just can't win no matter what you do. Even when you get good news, it's bad news. So here's what happened. Even though the jobs report was good, it's actually bad for the market. And here's why. It's because this gives the Fed, the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, the green light to be more hawkish and continue to aggressively raise rates through September. You see, if the labor market still looks strong, and the Fed believes that the economy is still doing okay and strong, then the Fed is like, okay, great. We could be more aggressive and kill it. Destroy everything so we can bring down inflation. That's literally what's happening here. So Apple was the other thing that really hurt the market, right? Morgan Stanley came out and warned that Apple's revenue from the App Store is slowing significantly based on third parties' data, right? And weaker than expected, May App Store growth is a headwind to June quarter results. This is according to Morgan Stanley. Why is this scaring the market? Well, does that mean that we could potentially get more earnings revisions to come? We could. Remember, you had Snapchat, right? You had Microsoft, right? You now have, and I don't want to say Apple. Apple didn't come out and say anything, but Morgan Stanley is essentially tracking it and doing it for them. So what happens, because you've already seen several trillion-dollar companies come out and, well, I guess Apple doesn't really count, but you get the point, because Microsoft kind of did, right? So you're getting some of the biggest companies in the world, essentially, they're coming out and they're revising their earnings, right? They're doing it ahead of time. So what's going to happen if more companies start to come out and do that, which is a huge possibility. As a matter of fact, it's almost guaranteed at this point, in my opinion. What do you think is going to happen? Well, that's not good. That's not good economically. And so the market is juggling with all of these things. And this is why I kept telling you guys, do not be fooled by this bear market rally. That's all it is. Think about it. Just think to yourself. Really sit and think. What positive catalyst do we have for the market to go up? Give me one. Give me any. Give me something. I know a lot of I know a lot of bulls out there. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of people have never seen a bear market before. I know. So because a lot of people have never seen a bear market before and they're used to stocks only going up, they can't get in their head that we're in a bear market and this is nothing more than a bear market bounce. This is why my comments are filled with people who are upset and angry and keep saying, well, regardless of what you're saying, I'm going to keep buying the downtrend. Okay, you go right ahead and do that. See how that works out for you. Go ahead and keep buying Neo and SoFi and all that on the downtrend. Because if you want my opinion, as this bad economic environment continues to heat up, you're going to see a lot of bankruptcies. You're going to start to see some companies run out of money. You are. Some companies are just going to run out of money and they're going to go bankrupt and they're going to die. It's probably going to be a lot of these SPACs. It's coming. So that's why I said I'd be very careful buying some of these speculative growth stocks. I'd be real careful. If you're going to buy anything, I'd probably stick to value at this point. But that's just me. So with the bear market, you saw the bear market bounce, right? It could keep going. It may have some legs, but bear market rallies are violent, so that's nothing new. You know, you can expect that. But if you want my honest opinion, I think it's only a matter of time before we make that next leg down. And then once we make that next leg down, we will probably touch those 3,800 levels on the S&P, and we might even break them and go lower. Definitely wouldn't surprise me. But what's very worrisome is this new jobs report gives the Fed more leg room to be more aggressive. That's number one. Number two, I think a lot of people are not understanding the fact that money is going to start to be taken away from the balance sheet on June 15th. Quantitative tightening started June 1st, but the effects of it won't really be necessarily seen until June 15th. At least the actual process of quantitative tightening won't actually happen until June 15th. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that. So you've got these people who are just overly bullish and completely ignoring all of the negative and bad news out there. Once again, can you give me one reason why the market should rally right now? Give me 1 inch of positive news. You can't give me any. There's none. There's nothing positive happening. It's all negative. So why are we bouncing? In my opinion, it's just a bear market rally. It's normal. Market went down for 7-8 weeks straight. Okay, we're getting a little bit of relief. I believe that relief is going to go away soon. It won't be here for long. That's what I believe. And in terms of the Elon Musk situation, where he basically said that he thinks some bad times are coming, and he basically plans to lay off about 10% of the Tesla workforce, I'm not sure what to make of that yet. There's some funny business going on with that guy and the whole thing with that. Elon's a very interesting dude, but just moving on. What do we got coming up? Well, we got a lot of interesting things coming up. We have CPI on June 10th, and oh boy, all eyes are going to be on that. We have FOMC that happens on June 14th and June 15th. That's the next week. And then the week after that, here's what we got. It just actually recently got announced. So it says here, Fed Chair Jerome Powell will testify at Senate on June 22nd. It says right here, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will give his twice yearly report on monetary policy to the U.S. Senate on June 22nd, just a week after the central bank is expected to deliver another half-point interest rate hike as it seeks to bring inflation under control. Remember, although the Federal Reserve is basically independent, they do still have to answer to the Senate. So there you have it. The Senate Banking Committee also said it would hold a vote for President Joe Biden's pick for Fed Vice Chair of Supervision, Michael Barr, for June 8th. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line is, Fed Chair Powell will be speaking in front of the Senate on June 22nd. That will also be very interesting to check out. So June is probably going to be another crazy, volatile month, just like May. So get ready, buckle up. There you guys have it. By the way, it's Friday. I normally do live streams on Friday. So if you guys want me to live stream, let me know in the comments, and I may or may not live stream. I actually think I might take a break tonight. I'm tired. But anyway, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.